My wife Sarah couldn't get pregnant. We decided to try IVF before they even made the embryos. I caught her swapping my sperm with her high school sweetheart sample. I didn't say a word. I just swapped it back. Then, just to be safe, I replaced Sarah's eggs with my ex-girlfriend Jennifer's. 25 years later, Sarah's old flame showed up at my door. He tried to claim my son. Dustin, I'm your real dad. Dustin and I just got home from a medical trip in Europe. I couldn't believe what I saw. A huge crowd of relatives filled our living room. It looked like a family reunion. What made me furious was Sarah on the couch. She had her arm around some red-eyed guy. My so-called loving wife was whispering sweet things to him. I raised an eyebrow, dropped my bag, and looked at Sarah. What's going on? A party. Dustin stood behind me with his arms crossed. He gave the guy a disgusted look. He already knew who this man was. Sarah's mom, Grandma Betty, sat in her chair, uncomfortable. She looked like she wanted to speak, but couldn't. Before Sarah could say anything, the guy started sobbing. He lunged at Dustin. My boy, I'm your real father. Dustin dodged him like he was toxic, his face twisted in disgust. He stepped back, his voice cold. My dad's name is Michael Johnson. That's my boy. He always has my back. I squeezed Dustin's hand and nodded at him. Then I punched the guy right in the jaw. The sound echoed through the room. Don't lie to my son, I said, my voice sharp. Sarah jumped up and held the guy's face. Michael, are you crazy? You can't hit Mark. She raised her hand to slap me. Dustin was faster. He stepped forward and slapped her across the face. You don't hit my dad, he said firmly. Sarah froze, shocked and angry. She raised her hand again to hit Dustin. Mark grabbed her arm, fake crying. Sarah, don't. That's our son. I almost threw up watching him act. Sarah lowered her hand and glared at Dustin. I'm holding back for your real dad, Dustin sneered. Go ahead and try. His glare was just like mine when I was young. Inside, I was proud. That's my son. Uncle Jerry, an older relative, spoke up. Everyone, settle down. The room went quiet. All eyes were on him. He turned to Sarah. Why did you call everyone here? Sarah took a deep breath. She put her arm around Mark and acted dramatic. I have something important to announce. She looked around the room, then at me and Dustin. I just waited calmly. Dustin, he's not Michael's biological son. Her voice was soft, but it hit like a bomb. Dustin turned to me, eyes wide in shock. I signaled him to stay calm. The relatives started whispering excitedly, like sharks smelling blood. Years ago, when we did IVF, Sarah hesitated, acting shy. The doctor said Michael's sperm wasn't good enough. I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so I used Mark's sperm instead. The nerve of this woman. She swapped my sperm and now blames me. Sarah gave me a dirty look, expecting me to lose it. But I stayed completely calm. She kept going. I called you all here to see Dustin reunite with his real father. The relatives went wild. If he's not Michael's son, he should go with Mark. Michael needs to step down from the family business. I chuckled. These greedy relatives I kicked out of the company years ago. They only collect dividends now. No wonder they wanted me gone. They hoped to sneak back into the business. Dustin saw their greed and squeezed my hand tighter. I spoke firmly. Dustin will always be my son. Mark put on a sad face, holding back tears. Mike, how long will you lie to yourself? I wasn't lying. Dustin is my son. Did Sarah and Mark really think they fooled me? Back when we tried IVF, I caught Sarah talking to a nurse by the sperm samples. I heard her on the phone with Mark, excited she'd swapped my sperm with his. I didn't make a scene. I just paid the doctor $100,000